6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has expressed Pakistan's keen interest in deepening collaboration with the World Economic Forum in diverse sectors. The Minister for Maritime Affairs has reaffirmed the government's resolve to develop environmentally sustainable infrastructure along its coastlines, especially in Gwadar. Pakistan has categorically rejected the provocative claims made by the Indian leaders during Lok Sabha debate on the so-called Operation Sindhur. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 more Kashmiri youth in Punch district today. Pakistan's street child football team has qualified for the knockout stage of the Norway Cup in Oslo. The National Disaster Management Authority has issued an alert in view of the intensifying monsoon system in different parts of the country. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has expressed Pakistan's keen interest in deepening collaboration with the World Economic Forum, particularly in areas of economic development, gender inclusion, vocational training and digitization. He was talking to the Managing Director and Board Member of the World Economic Forum, Sadia Zahedi, who called on him in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister reaffirmed Pakistan's strong and long-standing partnership with the Forum. He appreciated the World Economic Forum's continued engagement with Pakistan, especially through its annual meetings held in Davos, Switzerland. On her part, Sadia Zahedi appreciated Pakistan's positive economic trajectory. Both the sides reiterated the commitment to further strengthen the partnership between Pakistan and the World Economic Forum in pursuit of sustainable development. The Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister Mohammad Asagdar has directed the relevant ministries and organizations to finalize the investment proposals at the earliest. He was chairing a meeting of the Committee for Development of Investment Portfolio in Islamabad today. The meeting discussed in detail investment proposals and identified priority sectors for future investments. The All China Federation of Industry and Commerce has expressed strong interest in initiating the solarization of fisheries and aquaculture parks in Pakistan. The interest was expressed by a 5-member All China Federation of Industry and Commerce delegation led by Yi Chiang at a meeting with the Minister for Maritime Affairs, Mohammad Junaid Anwar Chaudhry, in Islamabad today. The initiative aims to ensure clean and uninterrupted energy for business operations, enhance efficiency, and attract greater international investment to Pakistan's ports. Speaking on the occasion, Junaid Anwar Chaudhry said the solarization of fisheries and aquaculture parks would mark a significant step toward advancing sustainable maritime development under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor framework. He reaffirmed Pakistan's resolve to develop environmentally sustainable infrastructure along the coastline, especially in Gwadar. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Sardar Ayaz Sadiq, has called for peaceful resolution of long-standing international disputes, particularly Palestine and Jammu and Kashmir, in accordance with the United Nations Security Council resolutions. Addressing the World Conference of Speakers of Parliament in Geneva, he said the world must invest in dialogue, diplomacy, mutual respect, and genuine adherence to the Charter of the United Nations. Sardar Ayaz Sadiq also called for urgent reforms to create a more equitable and development-oriented global financial system. The Speaker underlined the pressing need to reform and revitalize the United Nations system, particularly the Security Council, to make it more effective. Pakistan has categorically rejected the baseless assertions and provocative claims made by the Indian leaders during the Lok Sabha debate on the so-called Operation Sindhur. Responding to media queries regarding the debate in the Indian Parliament on the so-called Operation Sindoor, the Foreign Office spokesperson Shafqat Ali Khan said the statements by the Indian leaders reflect a dangerous tendency to distort facts, justify aggression, and glorify conflict for domestic consumption. The spokesperson said the world knows that India attacked Pakistan without a credible investigation into the Pahalgam attack. He said during the intervening night of 6th and 7th of May, India's targeting of the alleged terrorist infrastructure resulted actually in the martyrdom of innocent men, women, and children. He further said India failed to achieve any of its strategic objectives. On the other hand, Pakistan's resounding success in neutralizing the Indian fighter jets and military targets is an indisputable fact. The Foreign Office spokesperson said India did not avail the immediate offer made by the Prime Minister of Pakistan for a transparent and independent probe into the Pahalgam attack, and instead it chose the path of belligerence and aggression. It also acted as a judge, jury, and executioner at the same time. Shafqat Ali Khan said, against this backdrop, any claims regarding the so-called Operation Mahadev do not hold any significance for Pakistan. He said the account given by the Indian Home Minister is replete with fabrications, leading to serious questions about its credibility. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the Indian troops in the fresh act of state terrorism martyred two more Kashmiri youth in Poonch district today. The innocent youth were martyred in a fake encounter during cordon search operation. The local people have rejected the Indian Army's claim and asserted that the youth were innocent and killed in a fake encounter. They said the Bharatiya Janata Party-led regime is using such staged encounters to deflect criticism, particularly from the opposition during the ongoing debate on failed Operation Sindoor in the Indian Parliament. 21 more Palestinians have been martyred by the Israeli forces in Gaza. Israel's aggression on Gaza has resulted in the martyrdom of more than 60,000 Palestinians since October 2023. Russia and China will hold 5-day joint naval drills in the Sea of Japan from Friday. In a statement, Russia's Pacific Fleet has said the exercises are defensive in nature. A powerful earthquake of 8.8 magnitude struck off Russia's far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula today. Tsunami warnings and evacuation orders were issued around the world, including in Japan, Ecuador, Hawaii, and the west coast of North America. And now football. The Pakistan Street Child football team has qualified for the knockout stage of the Norway Cup in Oslo. The team completed the group stage with an impressive performance, securing the spot in the next round. In their first knockout match, Pakistan will face Sweden. The National Disaster Management Authority has issued alert in view of intensifying monsoon system in different parts of the country. According to NDMA's National Emergency Operations Center, weak monsoon currents are currently penetrating the upper and central parts of the country and are likely to intensify till tomorrow. A westerly wave may further strengthen this weather activity, increasing the risk of urban flooding, flash floods, and glacial hazards in vulnerable areas. Urban flooding is expected in Islamabad and several metropolitan cities of the Punjab, particularly in the low-lying areas of Rawalpindi, Gujranwala, Lahore, Sialkot, Khushab, and Narowal. Citizens residing in these flood-prone areas are advised to remain vigilant and avoid unnecessary travel during the intense weather. At the same time, a glacial lake outburst flood alert remains in place for the glaciated regions of Gilgit-Baltistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa until Sunday. The vulnerable valleys include Barswat, Hinarchi, Thresat, Hundur, Darkut, Ishkuman, Shishpar, Reshun, Brab, Buni, Sardargol, and Arkari. And finally, the weather report. More rain with wind and thunder showers is expected in Islamabad, Upper and Central Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir during the next 12 hours. However, scattered heavy falls are likely in northeast Punjab, Potawar region, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Kashmir during the forecast period. Isolated rain, wind and thunder showers is also expected in northeast Balochistan. Hot and humid weather is likely to prevail in southern parts of the country. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.